All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm IWN, and this is your AEW Collision Watch Along for September the 23rd, 2023. If y'all are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications. Of course, you know that too. Yes, folks, tonight, Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks will be going head-to-head in a Texas death match. Now, I know some of you are probably looking forward to it, and some of you are not. So those of you that are not, don't watch it if you don't like it. Then we got Andrade versus Jay White. Plus the in-ring return of Rob Van Dam. Now, I'm not sure who's his opponent's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be Shibata for that Ring of Honor championship. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll find out. We'll find out. You know Shibata from Japan. Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to be facing him, but I don't know. We'll find out who RVD's opponent's going to be. It could be Jack Perry. Who knows? Anyways. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. I'm going to go ahead and tune in to Collision and see what's kicking off the show here. Okay, it's on a 13-second ad, so it should show what's kicking off Collision as soon as this ad comes off the screen here. Okay. Collision is kicking off with Darby Allin versus Christian Cage. Ladies and gentlemen,
you wanted to make that clear, didn't you, Kevin? Always. There's the champion.
There he is. So apparently this is a handicap match that's kicking off Collision. I'm not sure if that was the wisest idea for them to kick that match off of Collision or not. I don't even think it was a good idea for them to book this match for Collision, to be honest. No joke. This is actually happening. Collision is kicking off with a handicap match. They might as well call this a 2-on-1 tag team match, but it's for the TNT Championship. Could we see Luchasaurus actually turn on Christian tonight? Or could we see Christian turn on Luchasaurus? I wonder if that's where this is leading to. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to know, shockingly, how this match is going to end between Darby Allin, Christian, and Luchasaurus. So let's just see. Let's just watch and find out. Of course, Christian was going to get out the ring. Of course, he was going to let Luchasaurus do his dirty work on Christian, just so he can get the advantage and win the TNT Championship. Did Darby Allin just spray something in Luchasaurus' eye? Yeah, he definitely did. And I noticed that there's nobody else live with their Collision watch-alongs outside of me, except me and maybe All Elite Wrestling Zone. Let me see. Nope. I'm the only one that's live for my AEW Collision Wrestling watch-along. How come? How is that? Wow. I'm the only one that's live for the AEW Collision watch-along, man. I can't believe this. Like, I'm just speechless, dude. I really am. I really am shocked to see nobody live with their AEW Collision watch-alongs on YouTube. You're just now joining the live chat. Welcome. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you do. Maybe I picked the wrong night to go live with a Collision watch-along. Just maybe. I did not think anybody was going to join. I did not think anybody wasn't going to join, but who cares? I'm going to do what I got to do on this channel to provide the content that my YouTube subscribers and fans want to see. I don't care what these negative people think of me and my channel. I really don't. Why the hell did they book this match, man? I don't understand this shit. They're always just throwing random matches on these shows. I don't understand. Why do they do that? Why do they randomly throw matches on the fucking show? Matches that are not even in storylines. Matches full of talent that are not in storylines right now. I thought we were going to see Nick Cage and Darby Allin versus Christian Cage and Luchasaurus on Dynamite. Apparently, that was scrapped. That got taken off the card, apparently. Apparently, a handicap match instead was booked for Collision for this show. And that's what's kicking off Collision right now. What kind of fucking matches? I don't know how you can kick something like this off with Collision. That is a bad fucking vibe, bro. That's a bad fucking vibe. You're kicking off Collision with a fucking match that nobody's going to watch, that everybody's going to boo and not have an interest in watching. It's how you know this show's going to fail. And what was the ratings for Collision last week? Makes me wonder. I bet, I'm willing to bet, I didn't check out the Collision ratings. I bet it was an all-time low. I bet the show suffered last week. That's what I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet it suffered bad last week. And it's going to suffer this week again because of matches like this that's booked on the show that nobody's interested in watching. Nobody is interested in a Christian Cage Darby Allin feud. Can we just put the TNT title on somebody and move on? I mean, I enough with seeing this fucking feud on TV. Seriously. Don't get me wrong. Christian Cage doing the best work of his career as a heel, but this feud ain't getting it for me. Sorry. This needs to be taken off TV. Put the TNT title on somebody and move on. I don't want to see this feud on TV again. I want to see these guys feuding with different talent on this show. Give us something fresh. Give us something new. Give us new matches, if anything. New storylines on Collision, if anything, man. Tired of seeing the same shit over and over. Same with Rampage. That's why I don't watch Rampage right there. They're always producing the same shit, booking the same matches. That's why I don't watch Rampage anymore. Yeah, don't tell me I'm gonna have to stop watching Collision too. There ain't gonna be no wrestling to fucking watch outside of SmackDown. I posted my schedule for next week on the YouTube community tab, so go check it out for what I got planned for this week. For next week, actually. My SmackDown watch along will be back live next Friday. For the first time ever since not going live with one. For the last 4 or 5 months, I haven't been going live with a SmackDown watch along because Next Stars was negotiating a deal. I guess negotiating a deal with Fox or whatever. Whatever the fuck that may be. Whatever the fuck kind of deal they were negotiating with Fox with. Apparently, the discussion has ended, and now SmackDown is back on Fox until October 2024. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. What the fuck are we going to... How are we going to watch SmackDown next year? If SmackDown is getting taken off of Fox in October 2024, how are we going to watch SmackDown? Where are we going to be able to watch SmackDown? I don't have USA Network. I'm not going to be able to watch SmackDown. So where does this leave Raw and NXT? Could it be a possibility that Raw could be going to Fox? Or could NXT be going to Fox? What's going to be next for Fox next year? Now that they know that SmackDown's going to be taken off their fucking program or off their TV or whatever. Struggling to understand. Christian Cage tried to hit Darby Allin with the TNT belt, and he unsuccessfully did that because Darby Allin dodged. Whoa, hey, you're a donkey for Luchasaurus. I think Christian has been using Luchasaurus this whole time. He's been manipulating Luchasaurus, and Luchasaurus doesn't even realize it. I think this is going to lead to Luchasaurus turning on Christian. Why did they got Luchasaurus looking at the TNT Championship? Like, what? This is going to lead to Luchasaurus turning on Christian, I bet. Yeah, Luchasaurus. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is leading to a breakup between Luchasaurus and Christian, which I was hoping would happen. Luchasaurus needs to get away from Christian. I mean, Christian's a great heel, don't get me wrong, but them together is just, they were doing good while they were together at first, but now I'm just starting to. What the hell? This match was a waste of my time. Luchasaurus is going to turn on Christian because Christian pinned Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus was robbed of his TNT title. And Luchasaurus was pretty much buried in this match. I mean, there's a lot of evidence to prove in this footage showing that Luchasaurus was buried in this match. And then you wonder why Wardlow hasn't been on TV the last few months. Christian is hugging Luchasaurus. I can't believe Luchasaurus is letting Christian keep that title. Knowing Luchasaurus was the real TNT champion. I think Luchasaurus is going to turn on Christian. Something tells me, is it going to happen? Is the turn going to happen? Nope, it's not going to happen. Nope, it didn't happen. Not yet, anyway. I think they're planning for a breakup of Christian and Luchasaurus, but I don't think it's happening just yet. Konosuke just hit Jericho with a chair. They're showing the footage of that from Rampage.
The wrestling world is still buzzing at what we saw on Rampage. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega joining forces, and they have enlisted the services of the legendary Kota Ibushi to challenge the Don Callis family at WrestleDream.
It makes me sick, guys, when I think that Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho are together on the same side when I'm the one who put both of them on the map at the Tokyo Dome. And now they're name-dropping Kota Ibushi. And yeah, he is a legend. But he's got a weak point, and that is Kenny Omega, because Kenny Omega, he loves Kota Ibushi. Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi are closer than brothers. And that kind of care, Kenny, makes you weak. You've always been weak. And I'm not worried about this match, not really, because as great as the three of you are, and as great as Ibushi is, if you can get him here, is a problem for you, because I've got the guy in Sammy Guevara who left Chris Jericho laying. I've got Takeshita, the Alpha, who's called the Alpha because he beat Kenny twice in 1 week. And I've also got another family member. This family member beat Jericho and Kenny both in the course of 2 months, and his name is Will Ospreay. So you want a match at WrestleDream? You say it's going to be my nightmare? Kenny, I don't think so. Because you and Ibushi and Jericho are going to face the Don Callis family that's never been stronger, with Sammy Guevara, the Alpha, and Will Ospreay. See you in Seattle, and we're going to finish it once and for all. Be ready to wipe up the tears, Kota.
Wow. They should make that match official for WrestleDream. Don't y'all think? Talk about a blockbuster 6-on-6. Talk about a blockbuster 6-man tag team match. I mean, that doesn't get any greater than this. What a match that's going to be. Konosuke, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and Kota Ibushi. What a match that's going to be. That should probably be the main event of AEW Wrestle Dream if that's the fucking case. I mean, just saying. I wonder what kind of women's matches are going to be booked for AEW Wrestle Dream, given that the women's division needs to work on it a tiny bit. You know what I mean? Waiting for a Collision to come back on. If y'all want to know where I watch Dynamite and Collision, I watch it on BlanchardReport.com/post/All Elite Wrestling. That's where I link my TV provider, which is DirecTV. Those are the only wrestling shows I'm going to get to watch. I might get to watch USA Network on BlanchardReports.com, on Blanchard Report's website. If Blanchard Report has USA Network, and we'll be able to link Blanchard Report, of course, they have Collision and Dynamite. They have TNT, TBS, so they should have USA Network. I thought that handicap match kicking off Collision was just way off. It was not that good. Creatively, it was not that good. It was not a good match to start Collision. I mean, I don't know how you book a handicap match and then just ultimately put the TNT title back on Christian's arms. That creatively made no sense whatsoever.
So far has solidified me as the undisputed TNT champion, and I would like to dedicate this victory to Nick Wayne's mom and to Nick Wayne's late father, Buddy, who I'm sure was cheering me on from upstairs. Anyways, I'm happy to say, Tony, that I'm finally finished with Darby Allin once and for all. Bring on the next challenger.
Actually, if you are not finished with Darby Allin, Tony Khan made the announcement during the commercial break. Your first title match will be coming up next Sunday at Wrestle Dream in Seattle. By the way, Tony wanted...
What the hell are you talking about?
Hang on a second. Tony wanted a classic matchup. Darby has pinned you twice now.
Hold on a second.
2 out of 3
Where's Tony?
falls.
Tony?
2 out of 3 falls for the TNT Championship. That is next Sunday. Christian Cage will defend against Darby Allin, guys.
That is a classic wrestling matchup. A great way for the new champion, Christian Cage, to defend that title.
A terrible thing to do.
So we're getting Christian Cage for Wrestle Dream. How many people do you think is going to be watching that? Probably zero. No. This feud should be already finished. I don't understand why we have to go and continue this feud. I mean, this feud should be already done. Why are we still producing this feud on TV? Oh, great. Look. We got the unimportant FTW. We got Hook holding the unimportant FTW championship. A championship nobody gives a fuck about. Believe it or not. Oh, that's who Hook is facing. So RVD's opponent is Hook. Or Hook's opponent is pretty much RVD. What was this supposed to be a surprise for the AEW Collision universe? Really? I don't even know why I even bothered going live for my AEW Collision watch along. This show was a waste of time. This is a waste of time, bro. Why did I even bother going live with a Collision watch along? That shit's starting to feel like Rampage, bro. Oh, man. TK, I see what you did there, bro. I see what you did there, man. You think you're fucking slick, man. I see what you did there. You're trying to make the show feel important now when it wasn't even important to begin with. No, wait. What kind of show am I fucking watching, man? What the fuck? What the fuck? What kind of show am I fucking watching? What am I watching? What am I watching, man? Why am I even here? I should be darn getting on Dragon Ball Fighter Z, practicing for some damn online battles on there. Because I got my fucking ass whooped on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Jesus Christ, man. Those players on there, man, they don't give nobody a chance to get up or nothing. They don't give me a breathing room.
What's the strategy? What's the word on the street about taking on RVD?
Well, I'm not so much RVD, but RVD teaming up with Hook. They've never teamed before.
If this match was going to happen, then they should have just announced Hook and RVD versus Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. Instead of saying, oh, RVD is set to make his in-ring return to Collision. Something Vince McMahon would creatively do in ruling. If he was to book RVD, he would book him against somebody that would beat him, and he would book RVD against somebody that would beat RVD, and then RVD ultimately get buried and wasted, and then RVD leaves WWE, ultimately quits the WWE.
Last time we saw Daddy Magic and Cool Hand, they were creating some. Oh, wait a second.
Are y'all understanding what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, instead of announcing that RVD is going to be returning to in-ring action on Collision, they should have booked RVD and Hook versus Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. I mean, these guys aren't even feuding. This is not even a storyline. I mean, I don't get it, man. Sometimes AEW and WWE does the most dumbest creative bullshit I've ever fucking witnessed. WWE, in other words, WWE and AEW, sometimes they come up with some of the dumbest creative decisions ever. And this right here may be one of the dumbest. That FTW championship should not be on Collision. It should not be on AEW Dynamite. It should not even be on television at all. The Ring of Honor championships need to stay on Ring of Honor. Oh, I know. Well, you can't tell them that. They won't fucking listen to nobody. AEW is going to do what AEW wants, just like WWE and Vince McMahon is going to do what Vince McMahon and WWE want. Can't tell them shit now. You can't tell them shit. You can't tell them shit because they're not going to listen to anybody but themselves. I'm talking about the AEW and WWE creative. Somebody in there, I think somebody in the crowd said, I hate those ladders. I hate those ladders.
This month on TNT, the best thrills.
Y'all, I feel like ending the stream. What a fucking letdown this was. I was thinking RVD was going to go one-on-one with somebody, only to find out he's teaming up with Hook against Jericho Appreciation Society's Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. What a waste. So embarrassing to watch. I feel like fucking shutting this stream down. RVD, I know RVD is one of the all-time greats. He is. Don't get me wrong. But this match is not going to boost up the ratings. I easily see what Tony Khan tried to do there. I easily see what he tried to do. But he failed. The ratings are not going to go up any better for this show unless they book new matches and produce new storylines. I mean, other than that, well, Collision is pretty much dead. Dead to rights. It's pretty much dead. Rampage is the same with Rampage. Rampage is dead. Collision's dead. I'm going to repeat it again. If you're not giving us new matches and producing new storylines, then you might as well say AEW Collision is dead. I didn't even feel like going live for my Collision watch along today, believe it or not. Y'all are lucky as hell that I did. Lucky as a motherfucker that I did. Because let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. If I didn't feel like going live with a Collision watch along, I would have never went live with the watch along to fucking begin with. I'm only live for the Collision watch along and review for those of you that watch Collision that have to work on days that Collision come on Saturdays. I can't even finish my fucking sentence or get out my sentence right. It's probably because I haven't fucking ate all day. Collision's back on. You know, I feel like Collision is slowly starting to feel unimportant to watch. I mean, the FTW Championship should not even be on Collision on Dynamite. It should be off of TV. It should not even be defended either. What is the point of Hook being FTW champion when you barely used him on fucking television? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Why even put a title on somebody that you're not even fucking using? Seriously. This shit sucks. Hey, the AEW Collision fans in Seattle is enjoying an unimportant tag team match. Fuck out of here. Nobody's watching this shit. We want to see Jay White versus Andrade. Fuck all these other matches. We want to see Jay White versus Andrade and FTR versus Workhorsemen for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Those are the only two matches we want to see. Those are the only two matches we are all here to see. We're not here to see all these other unimportant matches like RVD and Hook versus Matt Menard and Angelo Parker and fucking Darby Allin versus Christian Cage and Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. No, we're not here. We're not here to see all that. I can care less about these matches. Please. Thank you. Can we move on to the next match or whatever, or to the segment or whatever is coming up next? Because I'm just getting bored watching this tag team match. By the way, Hook and RVD won this tag team match. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't solidify anything for RVD or Hook, so I mean, what gives? Why does it matter? A win does nothing for Hook or RVD. They're not even in storylines. RVD is not even supposed to be in AEW. God. Sometimes I really just don't get AEW and WWE's creative, man. I don't get it. Their creative can be good, and their creative can be, oh my God, their creative can be shitty too. It can be terrible. Oh, have you heard the news that Endeavor is trying to get Vince McMahon out of power? Vince McMahon. Once they get Vince McMahon out of power, he will not be in control of WWE creative ever again. The trading card company filed some kind of lawsuit against Vince McMahon. It's a trading card game company or something like that. I don't know. Whatever the fuck kind of trade card company is called, but they filed a lawsuit against Vince McMahon. And I think Endeavor did the same thing. The UFC and Endeavor. They do not want, it's very, very clear that they, just like me and every other wrestling fan, they don't want Vince McMahon in power, in control creative. They don't want him there. They don't want him there. I don't want him there either. Get him out. Vince McMahon's made WWE miserable, man. He went from releasing 200 plus talent to freaking releasing more fucking talent this week. We're talking Dolph Ziggler, Elias, Madcap Moss. Bunch of people. Even Shelton Benjamin. Now we got new fucking signees like Jay Cargill and CM Punk potentially coming up. And all these other people. I don't know who all these other new signees are. I really don't. And do it look like I give a fuck? Look like I care? No. That's my honest answer. No, I don't. I don't. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Really? Vince is still there. Now, if Vince wasn't in WWE, everybody would care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares who the new signees are. Vince McMahon's going to put them on the main roster. He's going to bury them. Then he's going to waste them on TV, and then they're going to get released. The same thing that's going to happen to new signees is the same thing that happened to the 200 plus talent. They got released from the company. Yeah, imagine releasing Keith Lee and Bray Wyatt because they're overweight, Vince and Bruce. Yeah, imagine that. Man, that must have been nice. Fucking scumbags, man. Vince and Bruce. What a bunch of idiots. Releasing Bray Wyatt, Keith Lee because they're overweight. That's the same reason why they released Everett Moon. Oh, and isn't that the same reason why they released Bronson Reed? Fucking done with WWE, man. Done with these fucking watch-alongs and reviews, man. Especially if nobody's not watching and listening. I'm about to be done going live with my Collision watch-alongs and reviews because they just gave us two unimportant fucking matches on this show. Christian Cage versus Darby Allin and Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. They don't even know what match it was. They're talking about some handicap. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It was more like a nothing match, more like a waste of a time handicap match. God, this show sucks. There's nothing on this show right now. That's those two matches, worst matches of the entire show. I did not enjoy watching those two matches at all. And I would honestly say that last week's Collision was better than this week so far. Even though the ratings, I think, fell to an all-time low for the other episode of Collision. I'm talking about the one from last Saturday. Man, I don't even want to be live. I just want to shut this stream down. Like, I really do. I really feel pointless. I really feel pointless being here with my Collision watch along and review. I feel like I feel pointless, man. Like, nobody's going to want to watch. Nobody's going to want to listen to what I have to say about Collision because they already know what I got to say about Collision. I mean, those two matches that start off Collision, easily worst matches of the decade. Worst match, two of the worst fucking matches of the entire show. Seriously, I'm dead serious. Doesn't matter if RVD's the greatest of all time. Doesn't matter if Christian's the greatest of all time. Those two matches had no reason to be booked for that show. Those are not the kind of matches you book for Collision. The kind of matches you book for Collision are matches like Jay White versus Andrade and tag team matches like FTR defending their AEW Tag Team Championships against Workhorsemen. Those are the type of matches you book, not matches with legends, not matches that's going to be unimportant, that's going to fucking fail, not matches that's going to make Collision lose viewers just because the show suffered, just because the show sucked. Really.
Well, the bastions of Next Strong are Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. Let's hear what they have to say in the wake of everything that's been going on.
Neck health is important. Best friends, what a bunch of liars. You guys aren't best friends. When Trent hurt his neck, were you by his bedside? Were you keeping him neck strong? No. You Melvins now want to take away what we earned, what we deserve, our shot at the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles? We are going to show you two dorks what people that don't celebrate Neck Health Awareness Month deserve. And Chucky, I think you already felt the power of the
Oh,
punch
Jesus.
and the pile driver. So next
What is
Saturday
this
on
supposed to
Collision,
be?
It's going to be pile drivers in support of Neck Health, and I'm going to be dishing them out to
Well, what other important match? What other unimportant match are they going to book for Collision next week? Matt Taven and Mike Kanellis versus Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. That's what it looks like they're booking for next week's Collision. And if they are, guess who's not watching the match? Me. Guess who won't be watching the match? Me. We got House of Black coming out. My favorite faction in all of AEW. Coming out. Coming out to the ring. Oh, God. Yeah, there's Oh, man, this definitely feels like Rampage. This week's episode of Collision definitely feels like a Rampage. Feels like a useless, god-awful, dog-shitting Rampage episode. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it definitely feels like that. It definitely feels like that. Don't tell me we're getting Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale on Collision.
We understand Nightingale has gone to a local hospital here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just for
No! I gotta get the fuck off of here, man. I can't. I can't. I can't, man. I can't. I think I'm about to. I think I'm gonna hop on the PS4, y'all. I can't watch this shit. Man, what an awful episode this has been so far. I can't even fucking watch. I just can't even watch. I'm just so unimpressed. I can't even fucking look at the screen and actually watch the show. I just can't. I just can't. This shit sucks, man. I just can't. I'm waiting for a collision to go off so I can shit all over the show. Cause this shit sucks. This show sucks. I can see why JD did not schedule his collision review tonight. I don't blame him. He's thinking like what I'm thinking. This show sucks. Oh, man. I don't even know why you even wasting my time going live with a collision watching on man. I'm fucking done. Maybe that explains why the YouTube channel named All Elite Wrestling Zone didn't go live with their collision watch along. Oh, man. Oh. You don't know how many people's watching Impact? 0. And you want to know how many people is going to be watching Collision by the time next week's episode of Collision gets here? Nobody. None. 0. Tony Khan and AEW needs to work on their creative a little bit, man, with these Collision and Rampage shows. I mean, they do good producing Dynamite and producing some of the greatest AEW pay-per-views of all time, but they are not doing a good job with the way they produce Collision and Rampage. I gotta admit that now. I have to admit that right now. Rampage and Collision have been nothing but failures. After failures. These Collision Rampage episodes have been nothing but a waste of time to watch. And I cannot sit here and spend my time watching garbage like this. I mean, this is all you could come up with in the women's division? Julia Hart versus Kiera Hogan? What the fuck? Out of all these fucking women in the division, you booked this match on Collision. Just goes to show how AEW treats their fucking women's division and their women's talents. Just goes to show what they really think of their AEW women's division. This is embarrassing. I wonder if this is leading to Julia Hart versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Women's Championship. They're probably going to announce that match next week, maybe. Yeah, this is going to lead to Chris Statlander coming out, maybe. Or Willow Nightingale again. It led to Sky Blue coming out. Yeah, this is definitely this should definitely lead to either Willow Nightingale or Chris Statlander coming out.
Do you see this? This will not end. This silence will not end. 25 matches, over 2 dozen bodies stacked, and this will not end until we get to the one. The last loss, Chris Statlander. Next Sunday, Seattle.
I knew it. I said, watch them book Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart. I said, something tells me they're going to book that match for AEW Wrestle Dream. Sure enough, look at there. Proved me to be right. I proved myself to be right. Once again. Wow! I just proved myself to be right once again. It's Julia Hart versus Chris Statlander. Yeah, something tells me they're gonna have Chris Statlander drop that TBS Women's Championship to Julia Hart. I just got a weird, nervous feeling that Chris Statlander is going to be suffering one of the worst losses of her career at AEW Wrestle Dream. If they have Chris Statlander drop that title to Julia Hart, I'm going to be absolutely shell-shocked.
We are pure. We are divine, man. We are the corpse of decency nailed to a post, greed and moral decay. Crept under the shadow of purity, man. And now we're gonna crawl out to expose MJF and Adam Cole. Purify the lies. That is better than you, baby. Because we are the righteous.
I already know that the Righteous versus MJF and Adam Cole was booked for AEW Wrestle Dream for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. I wonder if this is going to lead to Adam Cole and MJF dropping those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships to the Righteous. Maybe. Never say never. It could happen. And we could also see MJF turning on Adam Cole. And we could get MJF versus Adam Cole for the next AEW pay-per-view. You know, MJF turning on Adam Cole once and for all. But finally, here we go. Now the good matches. Now they're slowly producing the good matches on this show. Now we're getting something good. You want to talk about something good? Jay White versus Andrade. Now that's a match. That's the type of matches I invest my time in watching. Not all these other fucking matches that were thrown on this fucking show that were unimportant. Yeah, no question about it. This week's episode of Collision is definitely going to suffer an all-time low. It's definitely getting an all-time low. It is definitely going to fall under the ratings. The viewership is not even going to go up for this show. Just based on those 3 terrible matches that they produced on there. I know. This is a match I'm looking forward to. Andrade versus Jay White. Come on now. Come on now. I don't even want to be here. What a waste of time. What a waste of time the beginning of Collision was. Wow.
Andrade went back to CMLL and competed in the United States. That's when Jay White and Robinson found their way into New Japan.
I am just, my body's just filled with fucking anger and disappointment at this show, man. And how they just threw all these matches and how these 3 matches just unfortunately not deliver so well. How these 3 matches just ruined the vibe of Collision completely. And ruined my vibe of Collision for that matter. We still got that AEW Tag Team Championship match and that Texas Death Match. I think the only match that everybody's going to be in the live chat for is the Texas Death Match between Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson. If nobody ends up joining the live chat, then I will be shocked. I will be shocked if nobody joins the live chat for the Texas Death Match between Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson. Jay White said, nope, I don't want no more of Andrade. I'm getting out the ring. I've already proved myself.
Taken his skills and ability to a worldwide stage here at AEW. Too much momentum, though. Reached down top to the pinfall. I think he was trying to use the crossbody as an impact move rather than a domination. Hold on. Big juice away from the ropes.
So this blade just got suplexed by Andrade. And another one, he's going for the 3 Amigos. Well, Andrade was going for the 3 Amigos, but Jay White dodged it. He was able to get out of it quickly, faster than a cheetah can run.
speaker area, and we want you to meet him. Get tickets to the First Bank Center, AEWTix.com. Don't you dare miss it. DDT. The answer to Bruce Robinson's rabid statico. Verbiage on the outside. Guns as well. Plastic and Nikex chopping in chest of Andrade El Idolo. And fourth, not often you see a matchup without a favorite of Sunday.
Hi, we're Visible. We're the wireless company with nothing to hide. Seriously, hidden fees? We don't have annual contracts? Not our thing. Great wireless on just one line? Now that's taxes and fees. That's right. 25 a month means 25 a month every month. Sorry, hidden fees. We're just not that into you. Sometimes the choice is just Visible. Switch today at visible.com.
Schwarzkopf Keratin Color transforms your hair and helps it break away from damage for strength and a rich striking color on all hair textures. Let the world see your strength. Schwarzkopf Keratin
I know when a show sucks and when the show doesn't suck. This episode, the beginning of it,
and trap flying insects with no odor and no mess. They work continuously.
I lost the complete interest in it right from the very beginning. I was watching it.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you.
This is AG1.
Yeah, I don't think JD should go live with a Collision review tonight. I really don't. I mean, those three matches ruined the vibe of Collision completely. Especially the two that had already happened recently. Guys, I don't know if I'm proceeding with a AEW Collision review tonight or not. I don't know if I'm doing it. And if you do, I don't think nobody would be in here for it anyway. I'm just so glad those matches were produced and done over with. I'm glad they're over. Ugh. They're probably gonna give me a copyright, but I really don't give a fuck at the moment. I really don't care right now. It's going live. This thing. That I would 3 times. Yeah. I'm ready for AEW Wrestle Dream. That's going to be one of the best AEW pay-per-views of all time. Easily, it's probably going to be one of the best pay-per-views that anybody would ever watch. I can't wait for AEW Wrestle Dream next week. I think it's going to be a great pay-per-view. Christian Cage versus Darby Allin is going to be better than the handicap match on Collision. On paper. Darby Allin versus Christian Cage is going to be a really good match for AEW Wrestle Dream. That handicap match on this show just nah. That handicap match on Collision just wasn't it. I was not interested in watching it. And not to mention the match took way too long. I mean, what does that tell you when matches like that take long? It tells you right there they're boring to watch. All right, they wisely pulled Jay White out the ring. They seen what Andrade was about to do. Andrade just dived onto all the members of the Bullet Club Gold.
Andrade was very careful as well. If they hadn't moved, he'd have still landed on his feet. That by design. Watch out. Maybe not. Sensational. Double move. Tasha, look at the arc of that, as I said. That the high-flying Osama used to do, but now add 30 pounds of muscle, and he's still able to execute at that higher level. That's innate. Once you build it into your mental assets, he's got to keep moving quickly. Let's take White away with a chance. And Andrade used the leg submission to get victories here, but wait a second, sleeper suplex. Andrade able to fight out. Jay White, Saito suplexing Andrade El Idolo all the way to the floor. Tough landing for the man from Gomez Palace. And Jay White realizing he's got Andrade beat quickly. Collapsing on him, rolling inside. Uranagi on the way. Spikes him. Does Andrade have an answer? Yes, he does. Now close. Take a look if you can. The left shoulder just raised, probably 5 to 6 centimeters off the mat. Does it have to be a big intelligence on the part of Andrade, saving energy rather than a front kick?
Now, the only best matches of the entire show is going to be the only best matches that's going to steal the show. Jay White is favoring his knee. Wait a minute now. Unless he's faking that injury just so he can get a win over Andrade. But anyways, the only best matches of the entire night is going to be this one, AEW Tag Team Championship match, and Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks. So I may do the AEW Collision watch along tonight. I might. We'll see. I don't think those other matches were any good on the show. They weren't good to me. Those matches took the vibe away from me, away from what I think of the show entirely. Juice Robinson put Jay White's foot on the rope. Bullet Club Gold has been on a darn roll lately. Jay White's and the Bullet Club Gold's winning streaks continue. Or should I say Jay White's winning streak in the Bullet Club Gold continues. Oh. I feel kind of agitated tonight.
Read the lips of Ortiz. Let's go now. Let's do it now. Bad blood boiling between these two. Let's hear from Ortiz to explain it.
All in. Wembley Stadium. You did to me what you've been doing to me for the last 14 years of my life. You used me, then you walked away. Sure did have a lot to say on social media. Sure did have.
The road I've chosen to take is one that must be taken on my own.
And then when I confronted you,
no crutch, no crew, straight dolo, exactly how I like it.
Pulled you over and looked you in your eyes. You walked away. Tough keyboard warrior. You did what you always do. You ran from your problems. Guess what? You're not going to be able to run much longer.
Whoa, could we be looking at Santana versus Ortiz for AEW Wrestle Dream? That's where this is. Looks like that's where this is leading to. Maybe. I don't know. Hell, it may happen on an episode of Dynamite or Rampage. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I'm just ready to end this live stream and just get the fuck off of here. Should I even review Collision tonight, y'all? What do y'all think? I'm going to post a voting poll real quick. Ain't no Collision to come back on. It's back on now.
Seemed like much of a rivalry, but you know better, don't you, Keith? We came in the Ring of Honor at the same time, established the Pretty Boy Killers, and dominated the Ring of Honor tag team division. Tell them. From ANX to War Machine, the Briscoes, we took them all out. And then you went to go work for the other billionaire. I stayed and became a legend in Ring of Honor. The whole world got to see you were limitless, and now this is my time on the world stage. And the only thing standing in front of me is you. Dog, if it means I take care of my family, I look out for my kids' future, I will put you in the ground to do that. Before I take everything you have, you step in the ring with the best damn technical wrestler in the world, Lee Moriarty.
Our match that will be Lee versus Lee.
Lee versus Lee. Yeah.
My boys, how are you, fellas? Pleasure and honor. How the hell are you? Have a seat. Viva Shimoda brought you out.
Contest scheduled for one moment in 20 time is for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, an alignment of 424 pounds, the team of Anthony Henry and JD Trey.
So it is Aussie open versus leaving. No victors. Maybe it was nice to help you up his trip, is it? Workhorseman knew FTR, and FTR knows the Workhorseman very well. What do you think, Davis, about the fact that the titles may not be on the line next Sunday at Wrestle Dream?
Hey, Kevin, I think we need to look at the year that FTR is having right now, and we need to look at the fact that they are arguably right now standing in front of us with those championships around their waist. They can say that they're the best tag team in the world. If they lose tonight, that's already chipped away at. Next Sunday, we want them at their best. We want them at the top of the game so that when we take them down, there's no question that we're the best.
All right, here we go. This match between Workhorsemen and FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
365 days since we stepped foot in the ring with FTR in London, United Kingdom. The country that Kyle and I, we built Aussie Open from the ground up. The last 365 days, we've stewed on these two men. You think that they've done the same towards us?
You went through World Tag League last year and missing out on Wrestle Kingdom, missing out on FTR. But let's focus on the ring, if we will, for a second. Anthony Henry, JD Drake, an accomplished team, working challengers for FTR. In fact, they travel a lot of the same roads in the southern United States, Nigel.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with both Harwood and William, as you can see here. That's what he has to do, try to use that experience back. Right upside the jaw. Fellas, are you impressed with the Workhorsemen?
Absolutely. We've stepped into the Workhorsemen for about 2019, and quite frankly, I may not have been a part of it.
Danny Drake hits as hard as they are. From what I understand, he's a pro level bowler. Is that correct?
It's interesting. In fact, not only just a pro level, but he is a professional. He's thrown like 300 games. At the touring and Brunswick facilities yesterday, the executives from the largest bowling company in the world are here in attendance today. They want to see Workhorsemen win. Let's be honest, folks.
Somebody dressed as Orange Cassidy in the crowd. Tuh.
So Anthony Henry, of course, who got
Anthony Henry stacked back in.
Georgia. Saw a lot of AJ Styles and Jimmy Ray throughout the years. And learned
Rainbow.
Just the one, and barely.
So what's the difference? 365 days. I've seen you guys up close. I think I could answer the question, but I want to hear it from you. What makes
Rampage is dead.
later the advantage?
Fuck that. Rampage is dead. Rampage is garbage. Nobody gives a fuck about Rampage. Nobody watches that show. FTW with taking championships. Watch I be right again. The second time. Just because second time's the charm.
If they beat
Tag money. Drake the legal man.
and watch this, he's gonna go to it from Hilo. And this is over. It's over. That was close. Well, count up 100.
shot. How did Dax Harwood survive that moonsault? Shots in the head. It's up, boys. It's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now I'm excited.
Told you they were going to retain. I was right.
Best on best, man. There's no equal. Aussie Open FTR Wrestle Dream next Sunday live on pay-per-view. It's been a pleasure, boys. Thank you very much for putting on your Sunday clothes. There it is. So it will be for the AEW World Tag Team title. Yes, FTR gets it crazy idea about defending the title Wednesday. But Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher, Nigel, they had a front row seat. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Congrats! Keep those championships tight because in 8 days' time, you're in for the fight of your lives.
We might say it a lot, but you two have said it yourselves that Aussie Open is the best tag team in the world today. And we've heard the complaints, we've heard what happened to the Aussie Open that took FTR to the limit in a 5-star classic. And hey, maybe we'll admit that we haven't lived up to the hype yet, but that is why we have challenged you to this match. We need to prove to these people, we need to prove it to ourselves that we are everything we say we are.
Yeah. You've been a sacrificial lamb to Max and his best friend. You've been a sacrificial lamb to Chris Jericho and his best friend. What I'm begging you to do, Seattle, look at me. I'm on my hands and knees right now. I'm begging you. I want the biggest, baddest, bastard tag team because on October 1st at Wrestle Dream, you are facing the greatest tag team in professional wrestling history. Preach! And listen, if you don't bring that dog October 1st, don't even show up. Top guys, out. You smell that? I smell money. Oh, can't wait.
That's going to be a good tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
CJ, we saw you debut at All Out, but this is the first time the wrestling world has seen you in 2 years now. I think what the fans are wondering is, why now?
Well, the Redeemer, Miro, my husband, who I love so much, he's lost his way. And I managed him for years, and all I wanted him to do was come and help him become champion again. But unfortunately, he's just really preoccupied right now with pasts and temptations.
We're all sent temptations to test us, CJ. My temptation is you. But your temptation is this. The lights, the cameras, the fame. It changes you.
Miro, I love the hustle. I love putting together the puzzle and the wrestling world and chasing gold for people that I love. It makes me come alive.
My righteous path was to save them. And if you stay, that means that I have to...
That you have to what? Save me? Miro, do I look like I need saving?
Right now, you don't.
Okay, all right. Well, you got to do what you have to do, and I'm going to have to do what I need to do. So you go take your path, and I'm going to take mine. But please promise me one thing. If there's any love in your heart for me, please do not lay a hand on any of my future clients or people I'm going to manage. Okay? Can you promise that?
That's the match that everybody wants to be in the live chat for. Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks in a Texas death match. I don't see nobody else live with their Collision watch-alongs at all. I'm the only one that's live for my Collision watch-along. I bet one of her clients is probably going to be Powerhouse Hobbs. Or maybe a QT Marshall. Who knows? Ah! How was that? This is Collision episode 15, y'all. Just in case you didn't know.
Oh, what a big weekend it's going to be. Wednesday
On pay-per-view at AEW Wrestle Dream next Sunday. We'll pay tribute to the dreamer who made this all possible, the late, great, and want to miss AEW Wrestle Dream, as we'll end a chapter in wrestling history and begin a new era in AEW live on pay-per-view next Sunday night, October 1st.
Swerve Strickland one-on-one versus Hangman Page, but that's not all. Six-man tag. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi against Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay, Don Callis' family. As we told you, Eddie Kingston puts both of his championships on the line against Katsuyori Shibata. Shibata looks to be a Triple Crown champion. ROH World Tag Team titles, better than you, baby. Will tangle with the righteous Vincent and Dutch. And speaking of tag team championships, how about the AEW World Tag Team titles? Man, I'm psyched for this. Champions FTR, challengers, Aussie Open, a match 1 year
I knew it. I kind of knew they were going to book that.
And earlier tonight, we learned that Christian Cage will put his newly won TNT championship on the line. 2 out of 3 falls against Darby Allin. And how about this? Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr., a dream match. It is incredible. It all goes down in Wrestle Dream.
A dream match and perhaps a nightmare match for Bryan Danielson, as Bill Bryan will have to try and survive a determined Ricky Starks on the Texas Death Match rules. First man who can't answer the 10 count, he loses.
Your Collision main event is a Texas Death Match.
The revolution is televised.
So there is absolute Ricky Starks, who issued this challenge.
Absolute Ricky Starks, a superstar of his generation.
I'll turn off this camera.
Very charismatic, athletic as hell. He believes he's the best, and that's where it starts.
And his opponent from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 193 pounds, the All-American Dragon, Texas Best Danielson.
The match goes until one man no longer can. How tough is it for Bryan Danielson with Zack Sabre Jr. in 8 days to concentrate here on Ricky Starks?
Well, that's a great match, Sabre and
I gotta go to the wrestling.
tough situation because you eliminate all the ways of winning. You start off like this, aggressively, with venom and the desire to hurt somebody.
Implies submissions. They do not matter. Imagine this match will go until one man cannot answer the bell, cannot get up from a 10 count.
Let's be absolutely clear about this. Ricky Starks told Goodwill to stay in the back. He wants to prove to himself and to everybody else he's as good and better than that closer to Bryan Danielson.
I don't know what the closer but nonetheless, Ricky Starks can hold his own with anyone. Nobody can come as good as this as fast.
What a physical match. Did you see those punches from Ricky Starks at the outset? Bryan Danielson really had to dig deep to get back in this one.
And now once again, from Stern verifying the team forward and tools to the people in the nothing match for disqualifications. The match ends when one man cannot continue, the rest was fit. This is exactly what Dory Funk Sr. was all about down in Illinois. Back in the 60s when these matches were built.
Dory Funk Sr., the original brainchild of the Texas Death Match, and of course, his famous sons, Billy Jr. and Joe, made the match famous.
And Aubrey Edwards, our official here for our main event, can simply encourage the athlete to head back towards the ring. But she holds no judicial weaponry. That's it. There's nothing really saying that the referee could just pop. Oh, they're all over the match.
Chico caught a couple of months ago. There's no question Bryan Danielson isn't 100%. But he's such an egomaniac that he had to come back before he was ready. Meaning he was really lost first time. Yes, exactly. Watch out. Oh, they had bumped their way back inside the ring. Bias. And just like that, there it is. Again, bumped into the promo. Danielson. Yeah, eager patrons there as security team. Oh, wait a second. Starks is going to take a risk. Ricky Starks! To the crowd. The front row has been invaded by Ricky Starks. It is anything goes and a Texas deck out of it.
You know, it's really scary. Popcorn, no butter. No, getting insurance. I mean, what if the drunken makes me feel alone and in the park? Hey, at State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Sorry. That's get on up here, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I got my hammer song. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today. Kinder Bueno. It's crispy. It's creamy. It's not your average chocolate bar. Smooth milk chocolate, crispy creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno. Did we just get hustled? There's no way they were 70. Interesting. It's both electric and a gas car. Yeah. Quite the paradox.
I forgot to mute that. Sorry. Shit. I'm probably going to get a copyright now. Who cares? Collision is not back on quite yet. Collision is back on.
Bryan Danielson. Danielson will bring it out of you. Listen. Take a look at what we saw during the break here. Use the bell, Ricky Starks. If there's anyone who can infuriate the opponent, it's Bryan Danielson. You had to know that a match like this, fought under these kind of rules between Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson, would be coated in blood. By the time it's all said and done, and it's Bryan Danielson, Jake, is leaking fluid.
He is a crimson mask, is his face. And Ricky Starks.
Trying to damage the leg, and that's brilliant from Ricky Starks. As if you can't stand it, you're going on to the 10 count. That's how you lose the match.
Starks very belligerent, very disrespectful to the audience. He's a one-man band. He didn't need anybody.
That's a thing I don't understand, JR. He has world-class talent ability. He's got chance after chance, and he's done great with it. But yet he thinks everybody is out to get him.
He may need therapy.
Look at the reality. I think Bryan Danielson's going to need physical therapy after this. Oh, here we go. Snap tracking. Ricky Starks has taken his hand off the top rope. He may have planted all the way to the floor. And now, look at this. All the way from the top floor. Somebody is going to crash and burn. It might be.
Not that many you think it is.
Danielson slipped. See the Canadian team bring it to the open. Second. Wait a second, Bryan Danielson.
Oh, there goes Bryan Danielson up on the top rope, and he delivers a drop kick to Ricky Starks. Absolutely brilliant. No disqualifications, but be that as it may, Starks hit the chair from the last second and when Bryan ran in, there's no way he could avoid it.
All these men have got to be willing to go to places that they normally would never, ever even consider. That's what it's going to take tonight to win this match.
It is a bloodthirsty bunch here in Grand Rapids, and they are seeing a jam. Collision's main event continues picture-in-picture.
Oh, not again. Yeah, no, I don't think I should review AEW Collision tonight. I really don't think anybody's going to be in here for that. You know what? I'm just going to go with the watch along instead. I'm not even going to review Collision tonight because I thought Collision was mid, in my honest opinion. It was good and bad. There was some bad shit on the show, and there was some good shit on the show. The beginning, the first hour of Collision was fucking terrible. The second hour of Collision was great. And I think this show and overall, yeah, this show overall was mid. It was average. Definitely an average show. That's almost like saying this show was absolutely terrible. But believe it or not, I was going to say that, but it wasn't all that terrible. I mean, the second hour wasn't terrible. The first hour was. Yeah, I'm not doing a review tonight, y'all. Those 3 matches messed up my vibe for Collision tonight, and I'm not doing a review tonight. I'm not doing it. It's not worth doing it. This show is not worth my time to be doing a review tonight. I'm not going live with the review because of Danielson versus Ricky Starks, the AEW Tag Team Championship match for the Jay White versus Andrade match. Those matches were easily three of the best matches of the entire night on Collision episode 15. But the other 3 matches, not so much. AEW doesn't even know what they're doing with their women's division. They don't know who to put the TBS title on. They're just booking any opponent for Chris Statlander.
So Ricky Starks thinks he has choked out Bryan enough to keep it down for a 10 count. That's a key thing, a 10 count. So keep your eye on the referee here. There's a very deliberate cadence. Same every time. That's right there. Almost right back down as the 40. Yeah. Again, it is a gear fall in this type of scenario. Oh, no, nothing there for Bryan Danielson. Danielson found a counter, an unorthodox counter, but a counter nonetheless. Doesn't matter, you can tap all you want. And now the reception. He's looking faint and weak and shallow. This again, how Danielson beat him in the strap match. Starks is out. Have mercy, come on. This time those elements have started the count while Danielson still has the hold of one. Ricky Starks, where is he throwing this? Ooh, my goodness. Danielson. 3 shots essentially. Oh!
Protect yourself. Forearm shots to protect those hands from being broken. Boy, Bryan. Yeah, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. has got to be watching what Bryan Danielson is going through right now. And the dream match next Sunday live on pay-per-view with Wrestle Dream. It's still going to take place. What kind of shape is Bryan going to be in? As we run down the card, you see Wrestle Dream next Sunday live on pay-per-view. And these two warriors are giving it all they got here on Collision. Main event. What a main event. We're seeing it all right here. Incredible four-way taxing match for Wrestle Dream, but back to Collision tonight. On TNT, what a place to be on Saturday nights for the rest.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody's watching your fucking show, and you know exactly why.
Vision is going to be clouded by that. Stay with us, fans. We're going to stay with this match. And it goes past the hours, and it won't look like it's going to go much longer. Spits right. It's the right thing. It's a This is wild. Bryan Danielson wrapping that chain around his knee. Cycling knee.
Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever hit the like button, thank you.
Starks is barely moving. Danielson still going to. 8, 9, 7. Danielson wins it. This match, we are now into it. What a bloodbath of a main event here on TNT. Two men giving it their all, fighting like hell for a victory. And that's what we got from that man, Bryan Danielson. The Odyssey has begun for Bryan Danielson. The final countdown, if you will, as Big and BCC's Wheeler Yuta come down to the ring. Take another look at the knee strike and a chain wrap for Cypher. Outside the temple, knockout blow. Starks still barely moving. A match like this, though, changes you physically, mentally, and there is no way in the world that Bryan Danielson will be anywhere near 100% when he steps into the ring next Sunday live on pay-per-view in a dream match against Zack Sabre Jr. Full card, everything, all the pieces, everything is on the line next Sunday, live on pay-per-view. Danielson wins in our main event. We'll see you next Saturday here on Collision.
Y'all won't be seeing me next Saturday for Collision because guess what? Watch along I'm going to be live with NXT No Mercy. Yeah. No AEW Collision review tonight, obviously. The 3 matches on the show, I've been saying it for the last 3,000 times now. Those 3 matches from the first hour ruined my vibe of this show. I thought we were going to get a great first hour of Collision, only to find out we got a terrible first hour of Collision. I might as well say this show altogether was fucking terrible. Outside of Andrade versus Jay White in that Texas Death Match, in the AEW Tag Team Championship match, those are the three best matches of the entire night on this show. Those are the three matches that piqued my interest. Those are the three matches that I watched. I didn't watch the rest of the three matches. I'll let y'all listen to that. There were 6 matches booked for this card. 3 delivered and 3 failed. Miserably failed. This week's Collision, in my opinion, was mid. Average. This was a mid show. No question about it. This was definitely a mid show. It had some good things on the show and it had some bad things on the show. I already told you what the good things and the bad things were. Unbelievable, man. Well, I see what the next viewership for Collision episode 15 is going to get. All-time low. It's going to go right down. Viewership is going to drop like a fly after that. After those 3 matches failed in the beginning of Collision. And if you think this week's Collision was very, very good, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken if you think for 1 second that this week's Collision was good. The only best things that was great, the only thing that was great about Collision were those 3 matches in the second hour of Collision. That's it. Just those 3 matches. Andrade versus Jay White, the AEW Tag Team Championship match, and the Texas Death Match. Those were the only 3 good things on Collision. The only 3 bad things on Collision was Julia Hart versus Kara Hogan, and that TNT Championship match, and that tag team match with RVD teaming up with Hook against Matt Menard and Angela. I didn't like that match either. I thought that match was terrible too. On the call, on paper. I thought they did terrible with RVD on Collision. I felt like they wasted RVD on this show. That's what I feel like. Just like how AEW wastes Hook on TV, just like AEW keeps Hook off of TV. Hook in the AEW FTW Championship is dead. The FTW Championship is no more. It should not be on TV anymore. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't be. The Ring of Honor Championships should not be on AEW Dynamite. Should be on Ring of Honor television instead of AEW television. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why they gotta have all these titles in one fucking show. The Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, the Ring of Honor World Championship, and the Ring of Honor Television Championships. All those championships should be on Ring of Honor TV. All the AEW championships should be on AEW television. I mean, how simple can that be? That's simple mathematics. I mean, that's the easiest thing that AEW could do. But no, they want to put all the Ring of Honor championships, all the AEW championships, and all the New Japan Pro Wrestling championships on AEW television. The Ring of Honor championships and the New Japan Pro Wrestling championships don't belong on Dynamite television. They don't belong on AEW television. I just already told y'all where these titles belong to. I'm very disappointed in AEW for giving us a terrible first hour of Collision. Second hour Collision was great. I enjoyed that hour. That first hour was just god awful. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was bad. Really, really bad. And you know what? If the viewership falls, I would not be surprised. And if it does, the reason why the viewership drops to an all-time low is because of those 3 matches that ruined the vibe of Collision. You can't just throw and book matches on the show that nobody's going to watch. You got to book great matches and great storylines that people are going to invest their time in watching. That's going to be like, oh, this storyline's going to deliver. Oh, that storyline's going to be great. This is going to be an interesting match. You got to be able to book a match and a storyline where people will be interested in watching it, where people will grade it and be like, oh, you know what? This storyline deserves an A overall, or this fucking match deserves a B or a C. That wasn't the case with this show tonight. This show flat out failed. Flat out failed from the beginning and delivered in the end. First hour failed, second hour delivered. So I'm getting out of here, y'all. I'm not doing a review tonight. I'm just not. I just show's so boring. I was about to end the stream instantly. Imagine that. Only 3 matches delivered and 3 matches failed. Imagine that. That's like a tie. That's like an NBA playoffs game. Tied up 3-3. Well, yeah, folks, this show was mid tonight. I'm getting out of here, man. I will be streaming Dragon Ball Fighter Z tomorrow, so I hope everybody joins the live chat for that. We're gonna be doing some online battles. We're gonna do some of the story modes on there too that I never got to do. Also, I will be posting my scheduled post on the community tab for the first week of October. I got a lot of surprises planned for that week. I'm just gonna put it like that. A lot of surprises planned. A lot of content that I plan on streaming. One thing's for sure, next week I'll be back live with my SmackDown Watch Long review for the first time. It's gonna be great. It's great. It'll be great to be back to watching SmackDown again. It'd be better than watching Collision. I know that. I know that for a fact. And I'll be streaming Dragon Ball Z 2 Monday. I guess the only days I'm going to have to stream the game is when I'm home by myself. Is when the quality won't mess up, won't fuck up, it'll work and all that stuff. I'm streaming Splitgate Tuesday before work as well. Wednesday, you got your NBA 2K23 stream where I'll be continuing our win against the Cavaliers. We'll be doing Game 3 and Game 4 against the Cavaliers. And once we do that, we'll be in the finals. We'll be going against one of the remaining teams on the game. And I'll tell y'all the rest of the schedule tomorrow. I just don't feel like going over the rest. I'm out of it right now. I thought my vibe of this show was going to be great. This show just made me lose interest easily. This was just awful. I mean, I can't even I don't even know what else to say, honestly. Other than the show was terrible. Show was terrible. It was great too. I don't know. Something didn't feel right about this week's episode of Collision, man. Something just didn't feel right. And I hope I'm not the only one that's feeling that way. Honestly. I'm going to repeat myself again because these matches were so great on paper. They were great to watch on TV. Jay White versus Andrade, the AEW Tag Team Championship match, and the Texas Death Match between Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks. That's it. Those were the only matches that delivered tonight. Spot on. Straight up. I'm not kidding. It was better than this week's episode of Rampage. That's all. That's all you're gonna get from me. That's all you're gonna hear from me. That's it. One thing's for sure, it wasn't better than this week's SmackDown. That's an L. That's one L for Collision right there. One win for Collision is that it was better than Rampage this week. Dynamite was better than both shows, both Rampage and Collision. But Daniel Starks closed the show with a fun and bloody Texas Death Match, you know. I also feel like White and El Idolo had a match from a technical perspective. You know, they were very different performances. Sometimes it's hard to compare matches like that. Fair. Continues her path towards winning her first title in AEW. Even this TV match was I will say that Christian winning the TNT championship did feel like that. Even though this story feud all done, have already did. I don't know. I feel like AEW wrestling is in for good. I hope so. Can we move on after this? After Ellen Christian feud, can we just move them on to something else? On to other AEW or whatever AEW has to do with Christian after AEW Dream or AEW Wrestle Dream. And the one thing I know about Horseman that leave a lasting impression with just a few minutes to work with FTR. The 2 hours of Collision. 2 hours of Collision. The matches that were on the 2 hours of Collision were Jay White versus Andrade in the AEW Tag Team Championship match and the Texas Death Match. The 2 hours, not the first hour, the 2 hours of Collision was a great way to cap off this week's wrestling. It was a great way to cap off this week of wrestling. However, the first hour of AEW Collision was not a great way to cap off this week of wrestling. Not. Just the second hour alone. Second hour only. The second hour of Collision. So, I'm getting out of here this time. And thank you to those of you who tried to join. Some of you probably had to work today. Some of you probably didn't get to make it to live chat. It's okay. I will be live, not with a Collision watch along, but I'll be live with the NXT No Mercy watch along next week. That's going to be on the schedule for my full schedule for the first week of October. That's going to be on a Sunday, of course. The NXT No Mercy watch along. Now, does it have the tendency of being a great pay-per-view? I don't know. We have to find out when that day gets here, you know. I don't have no prediction or spoilers for you, you know what I mean? So, but something tells me they're going to have Dominic Mysterio dropping that title at some point over on NXT. I mean, I can't see WWE keeping that title on Dominic much longer. It's the way I look at it as far as NXT goes. Same with Carmelo Hayes. They're going to have Carmelo Hayes dropping that NXT championship at some point. They're going to be calling him up to the main roster. Hopefully they don't waste him on TV. Hopefully they don't have him in Titus Catering. I know, man. Me too. Out of here, guys. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Hopefully the stream for Dragon Ball will work. Hopefully it doesn't go to that black screen because I hate when it does that. I don't know if it's because of my internet connection or just because too many things are on in the house. I don't know. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. You got to acknowledge the fact that I'm still alive. I'm still here, still on my YouTube channel, trying to produce the best content for you guys as much as possible. You know, you got to acknowledge that. You got to acknowledge me for that. I mean, if I didn't have 646 subscribers, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel right now. I probably wouldn't even be here at all, to be honest. But I'm getting out of here. See you guys tomorrow for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And if you didn't enjoy the Collision, I don't blame you. If you did, then you got to be a complete idiot because this show was not all that good. Okay? That's all I got to tell you. I'm out of here.